Guys, down World of Mr. Grey, Dandalf the Grey. And finally here with the Ouija brothers.
How's it going, man?
Finally.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming, to be fair.
Yeah.
And what a place to be at, 30 East Drive.
Yeah.
The legendary, incredible 30 East Drive. I mean, Dan has already shit himself twice. Pretty bad, ain't he, Jace?
Scared of the curtain.
Because of the scary bloody curtain.
He was there and he got stroked.
Hold on a sec.
And the voices.
That was...
Curtains are original curtains from the 70s.
Are they really?
60s, actually, not 50s. When the house was first built, the first family that lived here,
Those
them curtains, yeah.
Alright.
So he's already had a scare from that, and you heard voices, didn't you?
Yeah, but it's them outside. They've been knocking at the last hour since we got here.
He weren't that calm when he heard the voices. He was like, "I'm hearing voices."
No, I was genuinely thought it might have been next door, so I was just trying to But anyway, right. There's a couple of questions I always ask people when I first meet them.
Do you want a light on or something?
No, it's perfect.
Are you sure you don't want the light on?
No, it's perfect. It's fine.
Put the light on.
No, that's right.
It's perfect. He's got his sauce.
I don't think it's perfect though.
I'll judge when I've seen the finished video.
Yeah.
That'll be my critique.
And you go perfect in the comments.
So anyway, what I like to ask is both Griff and Steve is: are you total skeptics? Are you full-blown believers? Or are you half and half?
I mean, I would say.
I think it depends on the actual situation.
I'd say I'm a believer.
Yeah.
But with common sense,
right?
Which I think is missing. So I do believe in the paranormal, but if you ask me what the paranormal is, I couldn't tell you. Do I believe that once you die, you turn into a ghost and you do that? I don't believe in that anymore. I used to, until I started doing all this paranormal investigating. I think it could be something maybe like parallel worlds, and I'm going to be further out there. But I believe there's something because we've experienced some incredible stuff we cannot deny. But I also know that whatever the paranormal is, it's very, very rare. And 95% of the time, we don't capture anything. And we try 2-3 times a week. So I'm a believer, but a believer with a lot of common sense.
Right.
Which is what?
What would you say?
You tried to debunk your own stuff.
No, he stopped it halfway through anyway. And then he's carried on with another sentence, which he meant was, it don't exist in many people. Because he don't finish the sentence. But, well, you want me to answer as well? I don't know.
Go on, Jace, what am you?
I don't know. Bellend. Just a normal bloke who does investigating. Everything that we do is all theory based. To believe in something else, I suppose you have to. Because the universe is that big. But I don't know if it's paranormal. It could be anything, man. Paranormal's paranormal, I don't know. Theory.
I mean, when the question was, are you a skeptic or believer? I suppose it could be one word.
No, but that's what I mean. It's kind of like it's an art.
Well, you can be in between,
Because it's location based.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like this location, I'm a believer. But then every other location that I've been to, it's like
on the fence.
I'm on the fence on the wall. So it's like I'm a skeptic at all those places. Because at this place that we're sitting in right now, we've had some of the best stuff we've ever had. And we never caught it on camera.
Yeah.
So that's why it holds true to us as well, because it isn't on camera. So that's why I said it was, for me, to believe...
We had no monetary gain, did we?
Yeah,
for
it
them
was just for us turning up. But for me personally, I believe that I'm a skeptic in different locations, and in other locations I'm a believer. So
yeah, that's fair comment. Because I always I've told it loads of times where when I was younger I was full blown believer. Yeah. Full blown. I was scared of everything.
Yeah. We can see.
He's still scared.
No, what I mean is I didn't like sleeping at my grandmother's house in the back room because it was dark and bloody damp and cold. I hated it.
That is terrifying.
All my stuff happened when I was a kid anyway. But, I mean, because you are going to use all this, but
I'll use as much as I can. So.
But yeah, to just add if you're asking me personally if I'm a believer or a skeptic, then I'd have to say I'm a believer with common sense and skeptical views. I think that's why me and Steve work so well with each other, because we believe in the same stuff.
Yeah, because I've bigged you up a lot to certain, a lot of people. Tell them go watch them because they debunk their own stuff. Yeah, you don't just take everything at face value.
Well, that's the common sense behind it.
Yeah, the common sense.
We can all just turn around and say, "Oh, God, did you see that? And then it's
Yeah.
like,
It was just the
oh
fridge
yeah, and you're
popping.
all just bouncing off it. Oh God, and then no one's moved.
Yeah.
No one's gone to have a look.
You don't sensationalise stuff, like, you know,
Yeah.
so...
But the point is like the point of the fact is investigating is investigating. If you're calling from a chair and you hear a noise in the kitchen and you haven't got up to go and have a look at that noise in the kitchen, you're not even investigating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
All day.
What like, I've watched some of these stuff, but for people who haven't watched, what kind of, like, how can I say it?
fly.
Is that a ghost fly?
Not a ghost fly.
When you- What
Everything's paranormal.
Everything's paranormal.
What kind of investigators? Yeah? When you hear something like in the background or upstairs, do you immediately run upstairs, or do you like creep upstairs hoping to hear more? Or
I'd say we try and let the sound play out
yeah,
to see if it continues or whatever, and then I think we go and investigate it. Depending, I suppose, on the severity of the sound.
I've done ones where I've literally just left the room straight away, straight to the noise.
Yeah.
That was when you had the walking staff place there, when we had a massive loud bang downstairs, run straight upstairs looking for what's going on, because we thought it was a person.
Yeah, so I think it just depends on the noise.
yeah,
It's like if you're in a room, like say upstairs now, it's going like something like that. I'm walking up the stairs quietly because I want to see if I can hear it still.
Yeah, to try and catch them out.
Because if I'm just running, then it's like it stops, and I'm like, oh, what could that have been? I think you have to approach it in two different ways. You say.
yeah.
And what kind of building you're in as well, because if you're in an abandoned building, you don't want to be running up them places too fast because the force could fall straight through.
No, yeah, that's
but
true.
then you have to take into account, was that noise we just heard just the building falling down?
Yeah,
Which again, a lot of people don't like to portray that. They just want to say, oh my God, there's someone walking up above. Instead, it's just the floor about to cave in. So yeah, it depends on what happens, but most of the time we don't really hear that much, do we?
No.
If a noise happens in the room, like I know we went to a location called the House That Cries, and they had a radiator that was on an automatic system, so you pump water every 20 minutes, and you hear the noise. When you first hear it, we're like, holy shit, what was that?
If you was only in there for 20 minutes, you think it was paranormal?
Yeah.
yeah.
But then it happened again. But obviously, we went to check it out. It's like, okay, it's just the radiator system.
Yeah.
So it's always good to let people know, because there's no point trying to, we like to be the alternative, try and bring a different theory of, hey, it might not be a bump in the night, it could just be something explainable.
Yeah.
So put it on. Bollocks, the Ouija brothers. Skeptics, not skeptics, skeptics. And the way that we talk just follows that through.
I just think it's an interesting question I like to ask people, because when people watch your stuff, they don't know if you're full blown, if you believe absolutely everything you see, or if you're a full blown skeptic. I don't think a lot of people might not know that.
Well, to be honest, you are right, because we get a lot of comments just saying the reason why you don't get any activities is because you don't believe, because you're so skeptical.
I get that comment
and I'm
as well.
like, you'd actually be quite surprised to find out, no, we're actually all believers.
Yeah.
We've experienced stuff.
Skeptical believers.
But we just don't think everything is what it is. So I know what you mean, like, of asking that one.
But I suppose it's the contradictory of the question as well, isn't it? Because it's what you believe, but you're also skeptical. So what are you contradicting yourself? But it's the same as the evidence.
I mean.
Well, it's the same. You can be an open skeptic, see.
Yeah.
Which I consider myself close to it, because I always say nobody knows everything about the universe or the world. Nobody
That's why
does.
it's all theory.
Nobody
knows
does
anything about the paranormal.
Yeah.
Because if you did, you'd be a millionaire.
Yeah, so that's why I always say you can't 100% say no, there's nothing, it's bullshit, or you can't 100% yes, 100%.
Well, it's like aliens as well, isn't it?
Exactly.
You can't 100% say anything, and this is the point I always try to make to people. This fly is doing my head in. I always try and explain to people that anything that you say to me, what you believe in the sense of spirits or anything like that, I can't turn around to you and say you're a liar.
No.
I can't say that you're making it up. Because in theory, everyone's making up their beliefs within the paranormal community.
Yeah,
well, just look at religion.
Yeah, but that's the same thing.
Yeah, because I don't just assume everyone's a liar, because my mother told me a story in my grandmother's house when I was a kid, that she saw a little girl above top of her stairs.
Yeah, my dad.
I'm not gonna say my mother's a liar. I totally believe my mother. Yeah, so
and you hear them stories a lot as well.
Yeah.
So there's got to be some kind of truth to it.
Yeah.
But I think that's the whole point between what we do.
But I will say we have never actually seen any figure.
I was going to ask, actually.
Nearly seen
Yeah, believe it or not.
Yeah.
For me,
have you never seen a shadow?
I've seen things in the corner of my eye,
Yeah.
but I mean, I've never seen a full-bodied apparition.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that.
Because the day that we do is the day that it ends.
Yeah.
Well,
like in theory, because
you've called the Holy Grail.
We've done it.
Called the Holy Grail.
Well, I've always said if I ever saw something, it'd change my whole reality perception.
Yeah.
Like,
but the problem is you have to look at the fact of how long you've been doing it for, and then the amount of evidence that you've got, and for you to ever get that again, you probably would never get that again.
Well, I think most people who've seen apparitions, they haven't even been looking for it. You know, them just walking down, you know, them just walking randomly or something, then all of a sudden they've just seen an apparition just right there and it vanishes. You hear so many stories, they're not investigators, they're just a regular person who's like, whoa.
That's the same with my dad. The story of him on cleaning up on the graveyard, and he was cleaning up the graveyard, sorting all the grass out and everything, and a bloke walked past him and he says, "Mate, it's locked, the gates are closed, how have you got on here?" And he said something to him like, "I'm leaving now anyway." And then my dad looked round and he'd just gone.
He vanished.
See, I love stories like that because
why would my dad even have to say a story like
that?
Yeah. He wouldn't.
Because I grew up reading all kinds of books about the paranormal, and that kind of story always interested me. Of like, it looks like just a normal person. Yeah. It's not like see-through in Victoria, you know, with a bloody ghostly mask. It's always just like you're sitting there right now, and then they'll say something, they'll turn, and then they're instantly gone.
Yeah. Well, one of our best friends who we worked with in the paranormal, called Dale from Paranormal Truth, it's that bloke who was telling you about total skeptic. Yeah. Well, he was walking. I'll just do this very quickly. He was walking down the street, and he seen an old school friend he hadn't seen for years and years, and he said, "Oh, how you doing, mate? You all right?" And his friend kind of ignored him and just carried on running. He was jogging. He went to his mum's house like about a week or two later, and he said, "Oh, you'll never guess who I seen in the street the other day, you know, my old friend and whatever." You know, I said hello to him, but he was in a rush, he carried on going. And his mum turned to him and was like, "You do know he's been dead for about a month?"
Really?
And he went cold.
Yeah.
And he was like...
He's the guy who's supposed to be here now.
He was like, "But I seen him like a week ago."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he
see, that stuff is interesting because you can't call him a liar. Yeah, you can't call him a liar.
The thing is that, and this is brings me back to that point, is a conversation I had with someone, and how do you know you haven't spoken to a ghost today?
Exactly. No, this is something I have brought up a few times.
So how do you know that when we've been driving down the road and we've seen someone walking across the road, how do you know that person is not a spirit? You don't?
Because they don't
try and hit every person you see on the road. That one's a dead one now.
Oh, he's
definitely a ghost now. Well, no, that's what I mean. You can't always assume they're going to be in Victorian outfits and stuff like that.
That's the stereotype of it.
Yeah, exactly.
My dad says it was just a normal bloke.
Yeah.
In his trousers and t-shirts.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Ghostbusters, you know, when in Ghostbusters 2, when they're just talking to all the dead at the bar and just having full-blown conversations.
Just in normal outfit.
Yeah.
But this is another point to bring back to everyone, is that everything that we are looking for is all theory. It's not been proven, because we go back to the body of science, and if you can prove paranormal existence or anything to do with ghosts, you get £1 million.
Yeah.
So why are that £1 million being drawn forward?
I know.
Because it's so hard to prove, which means if it's that hard to prove, then does it really exist or doesn't it exist?
Yeah. That's the other side I always say. See, when it comes to this, you know, when people who fake their bullshit online, whatever, and they saying this, that, and you think, why didn't you send that to like a physicist or something, or something? You know, you'll become the most famous person in the world if they can prove you were right.
No, because
obviously they won't, because they're bullshit.
Well, there's a loophole in that, isn't there? Because it's like you could prove paranormal existence, send it to the body of science, and they'll say the video's edited.
Well, then that's when I'd get the scientists to come into
that's what I mean. You'd have to have one of them with you all the way.
Yeah. And they have done experiments like that. And I think it was in the 70s and 80s. You know, not just the Enfield, but it was like in controlled experiments.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
But they
still doing today.
They still do, yeah. But they put a lot of stuff down to like infrared waves and stuff, and you know.
It's the world we live in now, which basically, like with all the data and all the radio waves and everything, they say that it's a fluctuation.
Infrasound, not infrared. Sorry, infrasound. It affects the eyes a lot, apparently, and that's why you think you see shadows at the corner of your eye. Because I've seen shadows at the corner of my eye.
Yeah, I've seen one now.
No. But it's like I usually put it down because I'm knackered, and I know the muscles relax in your eye.
It's very common. You hear that from a lot of people.
Yeah.
Say that.
And then when they look, it's gone.
It's like, right then, I thought I'd seen something there to double check.
Yeah.
Well, I've done it on the videos. I'm going to force saw something down there today, and then you look back at the video, nothing.
Yeah. And especially when you're in the dark, your eyes are adjusting as well, like,
worse.
you know? Yeah.
Even worse when you're in the top. Look, last night when I was at the Ramin, I thought I seen like a little shadow figure like running across the top of the stairs. I was convinced. Check the footage today, nothing there at all. But I was saying maybe it was just my eyes adjusting, or I've just, I weren't trying to sensationalise it. I was just like, wow, I think I've just...
But the other question you also have to ask: who says that anything can be captured on video? Or if you might see something, you genuinely might see something, but who's to say that the camera just can't see stuff like that? Yeah. Well, so.
Again, we can't say that you're right or wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I mean.
So.
Alright, I'm finally going to just walk around 30 East Drive on my own. Steve and Griff have popped outside so they can let me just walk around. I haven't walked around yet. We've had a little chat here for the last hour, but I haven't left this room. Apart from to go to the toilet. So I can just have a look about. And just have a little wander, my first time. So this is that King Richard? Not King Richard, King Edward? I don't know. Right, so this is the stairs. You probably know the story. So this is the stairs, which, if you know the story, that clock came barreling down, and who knows if that happened? You don't know. I'm gonna have a look. Creaky stairs. This is the toilets. Apparently someone died in this toilet. I don't know the full history of it, unfortunately. But who knows. This, I think, is called Philip's bedroom, I think. Creepy dolls are creepy. Now there is a story about that doll. Apparently the eyes used to be blue. I don't know what happened. I don't think they were painted or they mysteriously turned black. I have no idea. I can hear something downstairs, but I think it might be Steve or Griff. I don't know. That's a safety hazard. Look at that doll. Didn't see that one just now. I don't know if these pictures are relevant to the family who used to live here or not. I have no idea. That's the crying girl. Remember when Carl Pilkington said that every house that owned the crying girl or the crying boy picture in the 70s burnt down? This one's still here. So Carl is full of shit. Cool photos though. Oh, painting I should say, sorry. There's more dolls. There's Minnie Mouse. What's she doing here? This, I think, was the daughter's room. Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Who's that? The Osmonds? I've seen him boxing. He's one of these bowls. I'm going to put this somewhere. It's a bloody crunchy what's it, yeah. Left eye. In fact. Always put your litter away. Peter Kay. Wuthering Heights. Fairies. And an awesome looking retro TV. Coins on this clock are, they mean something. If you see the video I made a couple of months back, there's someone going through this house. Flicking coins, I'm just saying. I'm hopefully going to be walking around here later on tonight as well with the lights off. And just to have a feel of the house. Yeah, so... Excuse me. Creaky stairs. Well, these clothes, I have no idea if they belong to the people. This looks a bit modern, mind that. In fact, I got a jacket like that. This is the living room. That's my water bottle. I have glasses just like that. That is a facade. I thought it was a real actual tube TV when I came in, but it's not. It's a flat screen. This is the piano. An old wireless radio. There's a lot of cool stuff in here. It's obviously you're stuck is still stuck in the 1960s. Except for the hat. Now, I did read a story somewhere that these keys apparently just turned up out of nowhere. I don't know if that's true or not, I have no idea. But apparently all the keys went missing, and then those keys turned up. But the story is that they don't fit anything in this house. I have no idea if that's true or not. I don't know. Oh, there you go. Mystery of the keys, look. One morning, as Jean Pritchard was kneeling in front of the kitchen fireplace, a cascade of keys fell from the chimney above, some of them hitting her on the head. Jean counted the keys and found there were 19 in total. Fred, it seemed, had collected every key in the house, and it was not until they were sorted that she found there was one large old key left. Jean never identified the key, and she still has it to this day. I don't know who Jean is. I don't know enough about the history, but I forgot. I completely forgot. Apparently, one of the ghosts here are called Fred. I think they named him that. That's if he's here at all, obviously. And obviously the other ghost is apparently a black monk. I don't know. If you want to show yourself to me tonight, I don't believe you're here right now, but if you want to let me know, I'm willing to have a chat. I'm definitely willing to have a chat. If you want to just pop along at some point, let me know. This is the kitchen. I have no idea if this dominoes are not part of the house. Oh, I didn't even know this was here. Oh. It smells of smoke in here. I don't know if this is like, there was no smoking shed or people having cigarettes outside. I have no idea. I think these must be like, oh yeah, they are. They're old photos of people who have been here before, look. Apparently ghost kids, I don't know. Black shadow. That to me looks like it's something really close to the lens. It's just out of focus. But who am I to say that? Just a photo of people, or is it ghostly? I don't know. That's Connect stuff, which you can't really take Connect as proof of anything because it's the way the technology works. It's not designed for that. I've gone over it in a video. Please look on my channel for it. I don't know if that's a legit photo or not. I don't know. That's interesting, no? I don't know what this is supposed to be. That's a drawing by the looks of it. Oh right, it looks like that's the original image and someone overlaid it to make it look creepy. That's just a lens flare. I'm not being too dismissive, am I? Am I being too dismissive? I don't think I am. I'm just explaining some stuff. Well, this here as well is the coal shed. I haven't been in here yet. Apparently the father or someone got locked in here and then a big black mass came towards him. Who knows? Who knows? There's a lot of damp in here. You probably don't want to stay in here for too long. Black spores are not good. I don't know if these mean anything. Are they dominoes? Oh yeah, they are. See if they change later. Yeah. And that's pretty much it so far. So I'm going to let Steve and Jason come back in and just see what happens. I'm going to be pretty much like an observer to them. I'm going to walk around later and call out for stuff, but see what happens. Anyway, stay tuned.
We will just quickly go through some of the new objects that they brought into the house.
I went over some objects, but I just couldn't remember the history, so I'm going to...
It's got it right next to it.
Follow you. Where?
Right next to it, there's gold.
They're going to call the Pharaohs. The Pharaohs.
Oh, right.
That's
I didn't
got all
realise
the
that.
information.
I didn't realise that.
Yeah, all the information's on it, and like they've started putting them gold plaques everywhere.
Right.
This curtain and these curtains are from the original family that first moved into this place.
The Pharaohs.
The Pharaohs, not the Pritchards, the Pharaohs. The Pharaohs actually were here for about 8 months, I believe, when the houses were first built. But they had to move out because they said the activity and whatever was so bad they didn't want to stay in here. So these curtains are from them. They actually had them and put them in storage. And it's pretty cool that they've actually returned back to the house.
I think it's a little bit dodgy though, Stephen.
Go on.
That you'd keep these curtains.
Well,
but I mean, it's like...
You know when I lived in that flat?
Yeah.
I've still got them curtains. They put them in my loft for some reason. Never going to use them again. Different
That's what
size
I mean,
windows.
it's weird,
So-
isn't it?
Quick question about those curtains for an amateur.
Yeah.
When you said there's two families, which one's with the one with the daughter?
The Pritchards.
That's the Pritchards, is it?
That's the Pritchards.
Right. Okay.
And they moved in after the Farrows.
Yeah. Right.
And they were here until like early 2005.
So to give a little bit of background on the Farrows,
Go on.
They were terrified, wasn't they? The wife.
The wife was terrified. She had an instance of something happening that was too terrifying. She never told her husband and took it to the grave. Apparently.
Yeah.
That's what we was told today. So these curtains are from that time period, and here are pictures of the Farrows. Now I've actually met. I think he's Bill, the name he goes by. We was here. Actually, we both met him, didn't we, Griff? You know when we done
Can't get them in. Yeah.
the book signing.
Yeah.
The book launch, and there was that old man. He was here. He was one of the original people.
Was he the son?
No, he was the dad.
The dad of the Farrows?
Yeah, he's 99 years old.
And he was here?
Yeah. We've seen him. He was here with his daughter. And this is
Sorry,
a wedding gift, I believe, from the Farrows that they had, and they brought it into the house. And these little objects that we can see right here, these actually got thrown. It says right here, there's like some gold plaques. 1954, these little gold things actually got thrown off this very place in this living room quite a while ago. This mirror as well is from them. So I think them are the newest artifacts that have come into the house, which is pretty cool, because you know these were originally in here all those years ago. There's a new rocking chair which I do like, not as good as the recliner that they had.
I have checked this mine because it squeaks.
Yeah.
So it did squeak anyway.
But that's where
It's not doing it now.
That's where Dan got attacked.
That's where I got attacked by this terrifying curtain right here. Genuine terror
He was.
kicked in.
It was so funny. But
Yeah. When I came up here earlier as well, I wasn't sure. Is that Philip's room?
that's Philip's room.
That's Philip's room.
So
Right.
this would be the parents' bedroom.
Okay.
This was Diane's bedroom. The daughter's.
Yeah.
Who got dragged up the stairs and whatever. And this is without doubt the most haunted bedroom
Okay.
in the house. This is where we've had a lot of our activity.
All of our activity, pretty much.
This is where I found the scary monster munch, by the way. Yeah.
What's it?
What's it? Sorry.
Don't start listening to Flame. What's it?
Flame. What's it?
Get your crisps right.
Yeah, man, because them are special to Stephen at the moment.
The crunchy what's it?
The
man.
crunchy
Right.
what's he's been having them for a while now. I think he's addicted.
And we're just going to call out, aren't we, Jace?
Yeah, we might as well. Let's just call out.
I gotta stand out here then.
Alright then.
Alright then, so.
Okay.
I was generally gonna stand out here then, just see what happens.
Alright then.
Can I sit down? Am I allowed to sit down?
Yeah, sit down.
It's lovely, sitting down.
Actually, I'm gonna sit here.
It's probably my favourite pastime.
There's a chair there if you want.
Yeah,
This
that's
is-
right.
Sure.
This is probably one of my favourite pastimes.
Sit down.
Yeah. Love every second of it.
Okay.
So just the reference first.
Yep.
Which way's Carol's house? That way.
Carol's house is that way.
Right, okay.
So this is the only room that's detached
Right, okay.
to mostly everything. This is it's got a boiler in that little cupboard there to the corner of the room, and the bathroom, and then from there onwards you've got nothing.
So you know when I told you earlier that them people had them footsteps?
Yeah.
It was this room where
Right,
they
okay.
heard the footsteps, because this is above the kitchen.
Right.
And the lampshade is somewhere like here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if that was Carol, how could she be creating that noise? Or
Well,
Yeah.
they said the lampshade was shaking, didn't
it
they?
was rocking, yeah, side to side. And this side of the building, it's nothing. There's nothing attached there. So, you know, again, a lot of the times, if noises are happening, and it's coming from this direction, you can rule out Carol straight away,
Yeah.
because she's on the far side. So
Let's call out to any spirits that can hear us, and let's introduce ourselves.
Yep.
They obviously should know who we are if the spirits that were here when we was here before. He's just digging in my back, sorry.
I do have, just before we start, I do have Mr. Gray's
Favourite
app. I mean, he actually recommended this app to
Yeah.
us. He said if you want some true communication, download the Ghost Tube. So that's what we've done. So we've got that running.
So, spirits of 30 East Drive.
We can actually use that line. I mean, most of the places we always go to that, don't we? Spirits are 30.
Yeah, I mean, there is a joke, but this is actually the time we can use it.
We're actually here this time.
Yeah. Spirits of 30 East Drive, we'd like you to welcome us back, me and Stephen. We've brought a new guest with us today, Mr. Daniel Gray.
Hello.
We are only here to talk to you, and if the spirits that know us, the spirits that have interacted with us before, if you can come forward now and make your presence known. Come say hello. Come shake one of the floors. Come do one of the powerful things that we know that you can do. If you are in this house with us, I urge you to come speak with us. I urge you to come.
Am I dead?
I urge you to come and say hello. We don't know if you're dead. We actually know very little about you. But it would be nice to get to know you a bit better. I remember hearing sounds of children and women laughing in the hallway. Could you laugh and sing for us again? We liked the singing, we liked the screaming. We never asked for much. What am I about? We asked for everything. Yeah. But all I'm asking from you today is a loud bang within this room. Just so we know that you're here with us. What's the matter? Do you want a chair?
No, I'm just...
There is a chair.
You seem to be like...
No, I'm just taking the place in.
It's a model. It's a model's position. There's one person that's with us tonight that hasn't experienced all the power that you've got in this house. Could you please show him?
Say you.
My stomach's just rumbled.
Show him the power that you've got.
You have my permission to prod me, poke me, anything you want to do.
Fucking dog. Now, we could say that the dog's being rolled up by the spirit.
Could be.
Do we have the spirit of Emily? It's been a long time since we've tried to talk to you. I think that's the right name. It is the right name. Emily.
So you've been here over 30 times.
Oh yeah, well, it's been a while.
So which one's Emily then?
Emily's just like a little girl that other teams apparently it's just a child spirit that's that's here. We don't know where she's come from. Don't think she's a victim or anything like that. They just think there's a spirit here and they call her Emily.
Right.
We have tried to use that name before in the past. It seems to kind of work. Are you here with us, Emily? If you are, could you give us a sound? Can you make a noise within this room? We know you've done it before. If you're still here, could you do something? Could you please walk up the stairs towards Dan? He won't hurt you or anything like that. He wants to believe.
I'm not scared, Dan.
If you could, let us hear your footsteps loud and clear. We've heard them before in the past. Walk up the stairs. Come and talk into our cameras.
Hold on. Did you hear any banging them downstairs?
I didn't hear nothing but
There was like,
I did actually hear a little thud then, but I don't know if it's like something outside or not. I don't know.
See if, we can get, if he's underneath us.
if you can hear a spirit, and that is you banging underneath us, we're going to remain quiet right now. Could you do that again? If you could you manifest a knife? Take one from Carol's house next door, or if there is one in this building, use that. And can you place it in the spot where me and my brother found one nearly 6-7 years ago? Probably 7-8 years ago. It was a long time. Place it in that exact same position. If you have the power to do it all those years back, are you still as strong and powerful to do it right now? The ghost tube just said knife. Prove it to us.
You want to be?
The boiler, just see where they go in now.
Boiler's in here, it's off.
Must be next door, isn't it? I can hear it.
Listen, could be the water pipes toilet. Is it?
Boiler's off completely.
Is that like a tap?
It does sound like a tap,
Some
actually.
water pressure or something?
So if I shut the tap downstairs, because these taps are in. Switch it on.
I can still hear it and the tap's not going. Oh no, it's the fridge. Is the sound still going upstairs?
Stop.
It's stopped. Let me know if it comes back. Ready? Oh, it'd be hot, wouldn't it? No?
Louder.
No. Okay.
It was some kind of water pressure system.
Where from? There's nothing being used. It doesn't just do that.
Well, the central heating hasn't been on for months. We know that.
Well, the boiler's not on. It's completely off.
They've turned the boiler off.
Yeah, it's off.
It was coming. If you go into the toilet, the bath, that's the corner of the bath it was coming from.
It's happening again. Point to it.
Yeah, I can hear him down here.
Motorbike, go.
No. A massive boy. Now it is well known that the taps do like to be turned on automatically. One morning when me and Griff were here, I remember Griff coming into the bedroom and said, "Why have you left the bloody tap on still?" I said, "Mate, I haven't got out of bed." And he said, "The tap's on full blast." I was like, "Well, I haven't got out of bed, that's not me." I was, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I've had that. I woke up in the middle of the night and that tap has been on full blast.
You gotta go on me.
Yeah. Steve, why are you leaving the tap on? He's in bed. There's nothing done. Literally, this tap, I'll show you where it is. Cold tap.
Right.
That tap. Yeah. That tap, just running. Don't like that loud as well. and I've been until it's through. And then I've got up and I've gone, what the fuck is coming here? And it's running like that. Exactly like that. And I've had to come and I've gone, tightened it as hard as I could. And then I've had moments where it's just flicked on. It's mad. It's mad.
Yeah. Do you want to ask anything, Dan?
I'm brand new to this. You know, I'm what I consider an open skeptic. I just want to chat with someone. I don't care what you want to do. I don't. If you want to like prod me, poke me, punch me, slap me in the face right now, so I know that you're here. I'm not saying it to be a dickhead. I genuinely just want to know if you're here.
All spirits of 30 East Drive. Come into the front room. Come and sit on the green chair next to me, please. Follow my voice. Follow the lights. Go to the green light, please.
It did just.
It did.
Did you hear it make the noise then?
No, I was looking out there.
Okay.
Go to the green light. Come and sit next to me, please. Come into this room. And sit next to me. Follow the lights. Make your way towards us. Shut the door behind you.
There's a click there.
Yeah, that's the device.
Right.
I think it's only going to green though, isn't it?
It's just clicking on the first two greens.
Yeah.
And then clicking up. Come on, use the power. Just again. Use the power that we've got in this room. Walk down the stairs. Follow the lights. If you want us to go in the dark, go to yellow, please.
I did hear a little thud by there, but I don't feel because you walked by there maybe.
I think it was maybe just my foot.
It's in that chair.
Yeah, I think as I come in, I did just click.
It was close by you, mate.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know if you hit the floorboard or not.
What do you want to try, Dan?
If you want to go lights out, I'm happy to do. I'll turn this off so you just follow you. So we're going in the dark now, yeah?
Yep.
Do you think we might have kicked it or something?
See if there is.
I'm definitely not joking at all.
Well,
Because there was only one marble that I took out the jar.
Hmm.
And I ain't joking. And that marble wore there because you've even looked there and you'd see that.
Yeah, we could look back at the footage at some point when you edit it.
Now listen here,
See what happened.
That's weird, that is. Because I remember throwing the marble in.
Yeah.
And you seen it roll down there.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm looking for now.
Gorgeous.
Sorry.
Yeah, just showing it down there. Now I haven't touched the marble that rolled down that way at all.
Well, there's no marble there.
Oh, can you see that? Check just down in the back of the chair here. Yeah, let me just move the chair because I'd much rather move it. Be careful of the marble. So is there any marble down there?
I can't see one though.
Now I genuinely haven't touched the marble that I threw, and it went. We know it went down that way because you saw it go down that way. I seen it go down that way, and I left it.
Did you just?
Now I've been sitting there, and I've walked through that door twice. Why have I seen that marble?
Do you think you could have possibly kicked it?
No, I've got bare feet. I would have felt it. The only reason
Could I have kicked it when I stood?
The only reason I felt on it then was because I stood on it.
Yeah. Could I have kicked it maybe?
But again, would you have kicked it from me went to the back of the radiator? That's all I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Well, so you kicked it into this room?
No, I got it.
Oh, okay. Well, what
through
are
it.
fucking recording this shit?
Are you recording?
Yeah.
So basically,
Don't say anything.
There's marbles in there. I'll grab one marble out. We'll have to check on the footage.
Yeah, check the footage.
We can't check now.
Okay, so what's going on then, Jace? Just kind of quickly explain.
Well, basically, I'm sitting there, we're talking about stuff. Steve's about to describe one of the best things that happened.
And Griff was like, really? That was one of your favourite things?
And I was like, really? Is that one of your favourite things? And he was like, yeah, were all the things that happened at the time. It was one of my favourite things. Now, I know there's a lot of marbles in this house, but I know for a fact in that doorway there was no marbles. I threw a marble into this room about 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
And it hit this and rolled down that way. Me and Dan watched it roll down.
I was sitting in that chair.
And you were sitting right there. Now, I've been walking back and through this door, out there, in there, recording the whole time. And we've just been sitting here talking about stuff that happens and hopefully something disappears, reappears, whatever. And I've looked and I've come out the room and I've stood on this marble. How?
Because that marble, what Griff's saying, should have been.
Now we've checked
here
at the back of there where the carpet falls down, and there is no marble at the back. Purgatory. Oh, bit of old Dante's.
So he's saying, yeah. So he threw it in there down. It's all kicking off now, ain't he?
So I want to know.
How did he go from there?
No, I want to know how. Even if it didn't go from there, I've walked through that door threshold a few times. And that's just appeared there. And I've been sitting here looking out there. Like this. I've been looking out there.
And you don't think you've kicked it?
Well, I would have felt it, but no shoes on.
How about you, Dan? What do you think?
I don't know. I was sitting by there, see, and obviously I got trainers on. So if I did knock it, I didn't feel it.
But again, listen to this. If the man kicked it, experiment, you would have heard.
What, over the metal?
Yeah, because he would have hit metal.
How about if it bounced over the metal?
So watch.
What you could do is check the footage when you go into the edit, because you walked around here, didn't you, when we were doing the night vision in there, in that passageway?
And again, if I had kicked this, I would have heard something. Watch, and even if oh, well, that's gone. I'm trying to get it. So, like, say,
roll it over it, Jay.
Say it was here, and it was on here, and I kicked it from there. I'd hear that.
Yeah.
And if I kicked it over here.
Yeah.
It might not be paranormal, it might not be anything, but with the way that we've had stuff come in and out,
yeah, and
disappear and appear, that marble were there.
So you think possibly you might have?
I mean, it's a possibility. I didn't feel it.
You kicked it.
I didn't feel it, but there's always that possibility because I was sitting there. But
yeah,
I don't know.
But I'm saying that
it went behind.
No. Like regardless of if that's the same one or not.
You would have heard it knocking the
here,
threshold.
and I haven't seen it, and I've walked through that threshold 5 or 6 times, and I haven't touched it. I haven't felt it.
I don't know.
And I've got bare feet. Well, not bare feet, but soft feet.
We'll have to try and check back on the camera just to see.
Yeah.
Did you record it when you kicked it, or when you threw it in the front room?
No.
It was just now, though.
It was the start of the night.
Oh, it was the very start of the night.
It was just I put a marble because he was sitting there, and I thought I'll throw one in and see if he sees it. Threw it in, and then it went down there and down that way. So there'd be a marble at the back, but we've checked and there's no marble at the back. So all I'm presuming is that's the same marble that was at the back of there, but it's been moved. So I mean, like you say, it could be just inconclusive.
Yeah.
But again, it's still a start if that is a spirit, and all we can say is thank you. And if you can move the marble again, if that was you, then we know that you're trying to communicate with us. Cheers. Oh, you're recording me drinking water?
Yep.
Alright, let's go outside.
They've left me in here alone again. I'm all alone, the lights are off. I'm ready to experience whatever it is I experience. So I'm just going to walk about. I mean, the house feels fine at the moment. It feels totally fine. It feels like a normal house to me so far. Yeah, so the house feels like a normal house to me so far. I'm not getting any bad vibes. I'm not getting any like sinister feelings or anything. It's been pretty quiet, other than the marble, but they are going to check back on the footage of that. So if there's anyone here right now who wants to let themselves known to me, just come and say hello. I'm what you call a skeptic. So I don't believe you're here right now, but if you want to prove me wrong, let me know. Make a noise, say something, whatever. That's my shoulder clicking. Apparently there's a black monk here. There's a dude called Fred. Well, I don't know if that's his name, that's just what he's named. And I go upstairs and have a look. K2 is still there. Will it make a noise if I go close? No, he won't. So I'm going upstairs, up there. I mean, it's always creepy to be in a house you don't know, in the dark. I will admit that. But so far it just feels like a house with a squeaky stairs. Oh you fucking shit. I'm not gonna lie, a bit of pop might have come out then. I didn't know that was on the floor. That's got the hairs on the back of my neck going, let me tell you. Right, I told the Ouija brothers, Steve and Jace, I placed something in the house to see if it would move. It's nothing untoward, it's just that there. I didn't tell him where it is. I told him it was like a ball, plastic ball, but it hasn't moved yet. So if there's anyone in this room right now who wants to let themselves know, let me know. Want to have a chat with me? Want to poke me? Whatever. Are you a fan of the Beatles? Let me know. I like the Beatles. It's really warm in here. Very warm. For anyone who comes here as well, Steve showed me an interesting thing about this cupboard door, which I'm going to show you right now. So if I close it and walk over here, it immediately opens back up. It's not very sturdy, so if there's any investigators come here and they see this door open, it's not paranormal, just walk across here and it'll open. But if you want to slam that door, let me know. There's the crying girl again. Ooh, excuse me. I didn't see the retro cat earlier. So if there's anyone here right now, let me know. I just want to know if you're here, that's all. If you want to have a chat, whatever, I don't mind, I'm easy. Just a nice quiet night, to be honest with you. If there's anyone here, make a knock, call out, anything you want to do. Oh, I'm boiling. Just looking out the hallway. I've been up for a long time as well. If I look tired, it's because I am tired. That doll is creepy, man, I must admit. Creepy dolls are creepy. If there's anyone in this room, let me know. I only want to chat. I'm not here to cause any mischief. I just want to know if you're here, that's it. So far it's a really nice cozy house. If there's anyone here want to have a chat, come say hello, Come poke me, prod me, slap me, punch me, whatever. Can't do it. Again, it's really quiet. And really bloody hot. I've travelled a long way. You just want to let me know. Anything. Talk to me, prod me, scram me. Dye my beard because it's getting a bit grey. Anything you want. This is known as the most haunted house in the whole of UK. Right now I'm not believing it. Or you just don't want to do anything right now. So what do you lot think then? Have any of you lot been here before? And what did you experience? Leave a comment down below. Let me know if you see anything or hear anything I haven't. Nothing seems to be happening. You haven't convinced me yet. I'm just saying. Is there anyone here? I forgot about the coal shed. I don't know why there's a chair in here. I can't close this door properly. I'm in the coal shed. It's Pritchard. I wonder if that is the original one or is that just a prop? I don't know. Because one of the families here was called Pritchard's. Apparently he was locked in here and he saw a black mass or something like that. Again, it just feels like a coal shed to me. That was my stomach. It's just a quiet house. It's really bloody quiet. But I appreciate the Ouija brothers inviting me along. I really do. So I think, so far, what's the time? It's 11:30 in the night. We've been here a couple of hours now. For me, nothing's happened. The K2's gone off a few times. The marble is still there. But other than, I've definitely enjoyed it. I know the nights are not over yet, but I've definitely enjoyed it so far, even though nothing's happened. I just like taking in the moment and the building, because it does have history. Whether that history is real is another thing, but it does have history. So that's the thing. It's the morning after. If I look tired, it's because I'm knackered. Not because of all the activity which happened while I was trying to sleep, but it was because I couldn't sleep. Because I slept on the most uncomfortable settee I've ever slept on. I couldn't stretch out. But yeah, that was 30 East Drive, Stephen Griff. Still upstairs. I think I dove to sleep. I have no idea. But I had when I got to sleep, I had a really nice sleep. Nothing happened. I slept in the living room where apparently a lot of stuff happens. There's a haunted mirror, all kinds of stuff. But I slept alright. So yeah, 30 East Drive. I'm glad I come here. Even though for me nothing happened. I'm glad I come here. I came to experience the place. And yeah. What I will say is thanks to the Ouija brothers for inviting me along. I very much appreciate it. I know they definitely wanted a lot to happen, obviously, to convince me. But unfortunately it didn't. But I really enjoyed it. So I've linked their channel down below. If you don't know who they are, I'm assuming you do, but just in case you don't, go watch them. They're genuine people. They debunk a lot of their own stuff. There was a marble which appeared in the middle of the floor, but we don't know if I kicked it by accident or if one of us did. They're going to check back on their footage, so keep an eye out for their video. Which I don't know when their one will be out. They got a lot of footage to go through. And yeah, that's it. Now I got a 4-hour drive. Can't wait. Can't wait. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you like this video. Leave a sub if you're new to my channel. Don't do this quite often, but I'm happy to do it again. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.